I wanted to touch on Caleb Williams, who's like the number one, who's like he was a quarterback for Oklahoma,
yeah,
and he's entered the draft portal, and he left Oklahoma because he could potentially be getting more money somewhere else. And I kind of wanted to talk about that because he's doing that name, image, likeness stuff. And the big thing that they're talking about is that these kids can get $1 million now, $1 million, $2 million, maybe $3 million. But a lot of the arguments that these sports talk shows are having is the fact that they don't see the fact that, if he would stay at a school like Oklahoma and not go to like Eastern Michigan or something like that, where he's getting $1 million, if you stay at Oklahoma, the long term, he could get, he could be $100 million in the NFL. He could get like $100 million in the long run if he just got all the teachings that he could get from being. Yeah, see, all right.
I can't even let you finish. That is hard to hear. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, sorry. I was thinking the same. I was like, I couldn't. Me and Evan, when our mom died, we got like $40,000 each, and that was the worst thing that's ever happened to me. That's including my mom dying.
I can't imagine. We were like 17 when we were able to get into that too.
I can't imagine you telling an 18-year-old, yeah, listen, you can get $1 million now, but hear me out in the long run. If you really try hard enough, you can get $100 million. Fuck you. Give me my banking and routing, my account number and my routing number is here. Pay me. The fuck?
I would take the money so fast, it's not even funny. There is no influence in my life that could convince me that don't take the $2 million now. If you just wait it out and grind for 3 more years, you could be looking at upwards of tens of millions of dollars, maybe even hundreds if you were. Shut your stupid whore mouth and let me get this bag today.
I'm going to look at quarterbacks like Baker Mayfield and Tua Tagalong, and I'm going to be like, are you fucking serious? I could either be like fucking like Andrew Rodgers, or I could be like, is that his name?
Aaron Rodgers. You know that.
Whatever. I could be like Timothy Brady, or I could be like Tua Tagalong on the Miami Dolphins. And I don't know which one I'm gonna be. I can work my ass off as hard as I want.
No funny shit. Imagine having that conversation with Johnny Manziel. You would be dead. If you told Money Manziel when he was 19, hey, you are the hottest shit in college sports right now. Don't chase the bag. You're going to have a really lucrative career in the pros. You just got to sit tight for 2 more years. And then this nigga goes home with 2 game checks and a disgraced career. And now he's got to commentate Canadian football here and there to make ends meet. I would slap the dog shit out of you. I said no to that college bag.
His cocaine dealer personally would come and probably tell that man, no, he's taking the deal. It's good. I'm his financial advisor and dealer. You got it.
That's grounds for Johnny Manziel to bring you to people's court.
Easily. Easily.
It was that new.
And if I was on the jury, I would say, why are we even meeting about this? Get this man his money.
It's ridiculous. I thought that was hilarious. If you don't let that young light-skinned man go get a check real quick.
You've seen the nigga. Did you even know what sport you're watching? I watched Ryan Shazier, one of the most talented linebackers of all time, fastest dude on the Pittsburgh Steelers when Antonio Brown was on that team, at 240, go in for a regular tackle and snap his neck, and now he can barely walk. And you're gonna sit here and tell me this man should have said no to money early in his career?
Exactly, and that's what
I'm saying. You can't make that make sense.
That's what I'm saying. Like, why just let the man get the back? Maybe he doesn't even want to play NFL. Like
That's another good point.
I wouldn't. They're getting paid. Yes, they're getting paid millions of dollars, but they don't know how to say their alphabet correctly when they're 40. So I don't know what the point is. Tom Brady looks awful. I'm gonna come clean. That guy, I know he's still playing. He's like 53 years old or some shit, but he looks fucking terrible. Every time you see him, he looks like the coked out white boy behind the DJ booth.
Now, my theory is he's got more handsome because of the CTE.
One of the perks. They don't talk about it as much. They didn't cover that in that Will Smith movie.
Aaron
Hernandez. It's like how HIV like thins out your face. Same thing with CTE.
I think about that girl that was on the jury of the Aaron Hernandez murder a lot.
I'm not gonna lie, that still crosses my mind once every couple of weeks.
I know he's on trial for murder, but I just can't get over. He's so handsome.
She literally walked into a trial for a double homicide and was like, "Oh my God, he's gorgeous."
It had nothing to do with anything in the documentary. Just tossed it in there. It wakes me up in the middle of the night sometimes. It's between that and that the Phoenix Suns owner. Apparently, one of his quotes was like, "We need to get a black head coach in here because these niggas need a nigger," some shit like that. He said, "These niggers need a nigger," and I think about that every day.
You're actually quoting him almost word by word.
That's what he said. He said that word for word.
No,
and I think about that, and I'm like, all right. He's not wrong.
That's verbatim what he said. And I remember Black Twitter was like, I mean,
they have a black coach.
They do, and he's really good.
Yeah, he was runner-up for Coach of the Year last year, and they're killing it again this year.
Yeah.
Say what you will about racism, but that one, I was like, he's got a point.
Oh shit. What were we talking about again? I keep losing track. Oh yeah, football. Yeah, no, nigga, leave. Yeah. I don't.
Yeah. If there's any advice I could ever impart onto these young kids is don't ever let somebody convince you that you shouldn't take the bag. Take the bag. Guess what? If you go to Eastern Michigan and you still light that shit up on a worse team, you'll get drafted.
Yeah, you're still probably get drafted.
You'll get drafted.
Either way, you're getting drafted. Either way you go.
If you were nice as shit at Oklahoma, you'll be pretty good. And everybody will know your game film. If your wide receivers are dog shit and you're still playing well, you'll still get drafted. You'll get drafted lower, but that's okay because you already got money. It's not desperation time. And guess what? If somebody hits you in your knee and you can't walk anymore, you already got the bag.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You imagine you're running for a touchdown pass and you blow out your hamstring and you're being carted off the field and somebody tells you like, oh, well, at least you stayed here and stayed loyal to this franchise as opposed to taking the $2 million somebody else offered you. I would shoot them in the chest.
Mm-hmm. I would be very pissed off. Yeah. You guys want to talk about the inverse of that? There are grown men that are playing football. They actually have to pay to be in these leagues about $75 each. They're playing football without pads.
And it's not flag because flag football's a blast.
No, it's not flag. They're full form tackling, no pads or anything.
What's the purpose? Why are they doing this?
I think the winning team gets like $50,000, but they have to split it between like 12 people or something like that.
So you're doing it for like what, $2K each?
Yeah. No, I think the winner gets like 1,500, maybe 1,000 or something like that.
Hey, earlier today I was folding up an air mattress and I went to stand up and I almost blew out my right knee. If you're telling me that, hey, get stretching because you're about to play a full contact game of football today, I would tell you no, thank you. Be like, well, wait, if you win 15 games, then you get $2,000. I'd be like, yeah, you can shut the fuck up. Why are you talking to me? Why would you approach me with such stupid bullshit?
Without pads. And the promo video was literally like guys getting up, taking teeth out their mouths and stuff, and like bleeding and shit, and like catching these like Randy Moss type passes and shit like that.
Look, hey, you guys can't even convince me to be in our fantasy team, fantasy league again. There's no way I'm going to do something like that.
Yeah, and I mean, there's easier ways to come out the closet, man. Just kiss him, man. Just kiss him. It's okay. Let him hold you. I'm gonna be fucking 29 years old pulling teeth out of my mouth to play football just because I got some feelings I don't want to confront. That's the other thing about going to the gym, bro. I'm back at the gym now and I'm looking at some of these dudes like, I know I'll hold your hand for a minute because you need something. Clearly, you already won, bro. Your veins are popping out of your body. You're benching 405 for reps. It's okay, bro. Just give him a kiss. Just tell him you like him.
With these guys, it just begs the question of did their coach actually do them wrong, or did we handle them wrong as a society? And I think that's the other thing we have to talk about. I just hope this is another grandiose idea I have. I hope for these games, there's also trade schools that are also coming to recruit these guys. I think that'd be a good idea. They weren't recruited by the right school.
I think I'll test in the trade school. I don't know if they're going to be adept to doing something like that. If you're a grown man doing there's that. Hey, look, you can pay to have pads and play it in adult football leagues.
Yeah, first of all, you can do it with pads, but second, I think Alex, you're absolutely right. It should, like, the local union should be making regular stops there. Like, hey, we've been watching a lot of your film and we're really impressed. We think you would make one hell of an iron worker.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
you can convince them. You can convince them. Show them the paycheck. Show them a pay stub. Show them that they're getting paid probably $29 an hour. It's not what the Panda Express people are getting paid.
No, the Panda Express people are smarter than to show up to contact form.
Hey, guess what? When you work on a construction site, you still have to wear a fucking helmet.
They can tell them. They can tell them that, if you really want to show up without the helmet, we can figure something out.
You're gonna have to sign a lot of shit.
Yeah. Half the crew didn't get vaccinated, so you can probably figure out this no helmet thing. Just put a little bit of milk underneath your tongue, I guess.